Our main differentiator is that instead of paying as you fly, you can pay how you fly. So it's a platform that is deeply connected to the piloting profile of the operator, and it is much more adequate to the risk itself.
You're listening to the Drone Radio Show podcast, the show about drones and the people who use them for business, fun, and research. Hosted by Randy Goers.
Hello, everyone. This is Randy Goers, and welcome to the Drone Radio Show podcast, episode 162. Is there a simple way to reduce flight risk? Today's guests believe there is. Tomer Kashi, CEO, and Ori Blumenthal, CTO, are co-founders of Skywatch, a powerful data analytics platform that empowers drone operators to track their important safety metrics and reduce flight risk. Their platform leverages the power of machine learning to mitigate risk, which can lead to lower insurance rates for drone operators. In this edition of the Drone Radio Show, Tomer and Ori talk about the company, their new platform and app, and how machine learning can reduce the cost of insurance. But before we hear from Tomer and Ori, I want to thank those of you who have been supporting my funding campaign on Patreon. For as little as $1 per month, you can help defray the cost of production and keep the podcast going and growing. Go to patreon.com/drone radio show to join the team. Now let's learn how machine learning can reduce flight risk and insurance costs with Tomer Kashi and Ori Blumenthal. Let's pick up the interview where I asked Tomer and Ori to introduce themselves.
My name is Tomer Kashi. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Skywatch.AI. Prior to Skywatch, I was software engineer. I'm also a Part 107 commercial operator.
Hi, I'm Ori Blumenthal. I'm co-founder and CTO at Skywatch.AI, and I'm excited to be here.
Okay, let's jump in and talk about the company. What is Skywatch?
So in essence, Skywatch is the industry-first platform to allow safe pilots to pay less for their insurance premiums. So instead of settling for pay as you fly, an operator can pay how you fly.
How does an operator do that with your system?
Basically, the key is in the data. We collect external data on the flight area, factors such as busy roads, populated places, no-fly zones, weather conditions. In addition, we collect telemetry data from the drone itself, height, speed, GPS connectivity, communication. Using all of the data, we provide a safety score for each and every flight. Now, pilots with a high safety score and good insurance records can get discounts over time. For example, instead of paying $10 an hour, one could pay as little as $8, $7, even $5 an hour. Our MVP is on-demand insurance, and we plan to expand our offerings over time.
What does an operator typically have to do to get drone insurance?
First, let me say that drone insurance is usually under aviation insurance. So that means that people that used to insure spaceships, general aviation aircrafts, helicopters, those are the guys that insure drones. Now, typically, if you're a drone operator, in 2 years' time, you might be paying more on insurance than the hardware itself. And that's kind of ridiculous. Now, you used to just go to your favorite aviation broker, fill out a lengthy form, and pay an annual policy in advance for each and every drone you had. Now, with Skywatch, you can download the app, and in a few simple steps, you can get instant insurance tailored to what you need, whether it's where you fly, how you fly, and obviously the time and liability limit that you need.
Now, do I have it correct that your system allows operators to pick up insurance on a mission-by-mission basis?
Exactly that. So not only that we allow to do it on a mission-by-mission basis, in addition, insurance for us is not a one-size-fits-all thing. So clearly it's not the same risk model for, filming Jennifer Lawrence in Hollywood or spraying a field in Arkansas. And using this data, we can do what's called usage-based insurance. So it's both on-demand and risk-based.
Okay, so say I sign up today. What info do I need to provide?
In a typical scenario, an operator that just want to get insurance downloads our app, now available both on App Store and Google Play, and he can plan the flight area that he wants to fly in. Like super simple planning. After he plans the flight area, he chooses the liability limit and the amount of time that he want to get covered for. And that's it. He's like covered in 2 taps of a button. Following his flight, we also collect flight data. And using this flight data, we can, 1, provide insights, safety insights for how to fly better. And second, we can provide discounts over time.
What happens if an operator submits a flight plan and then somewhere during the mission, they cross a highly traveled road, for example? It's unintentional, but it happened. How does the system react to or respond to that?
So, first of all, if you fly with our optional flight module, once you cross any hazardous roads or get outside the bounds of your planned area, you will get real-time warnings that will alert you that something wrong happened. And of course, the user can react to that and change the course of his flight if he wants. And in addition, as Tomer said, after the flight, we analyze it and we use our machine learning algorithms to detect hazardous behavior and to provide the insights into what was wrong or what you did right.
So is it safe to assume that if pilots are sticking to their flight plans, that over time they'll experience that downward trend?
Exactly. As we said, we believe that safer pilots should pay less. And if we see that pilots have a good record and they get an average safety score that is high, they will be entitled to discounts. And we use a mechanism of, let's say, something like badges. So you could be a Skywatch Gold pilot, you can be Skywatch Diamond pilot or Platinum pilot, and you'll get discounts according to your performance.
Does the system also take into account special considerations? Like, for example, I have a good friend here in Tampa that got a waiver to fly over an arena. Does the system make allowances for these types of occurrences?
So first of all, as we said, we want everybody to fly as safe as possible. And if your friend is a professional that got the appropriate waivers, as we encourage safer operations, this is the right behavior and that's okay. We won't, let's say, penalize him for doing that. So as long as he has all the waivers he needs, he can fly with us and he can get insured.
But is there something in the app like a checklist of required authorizations?
So at the moment, we trust the pilot to have all of the necessary waivers. We do show on our map the no-fly zones and risky zones in general. But at the moment, we count on the operator to have all of the necessary waivers. In the near future, we also plan to add LANS approval, instant approval in our app in order to help the operators get these approvals instantly.
When was the service released?
So actually, we just launched the app after a lengthy beta process with tens of operators. We received amazing feedback so far. And just this week, it became available for all commercial and recreational drone operators in the US.
Maybe this is a good opportunity to thank all our beta testers for helping us out. Really nice and smart and professional people doing great work. And the app is definitely better because of their feedback. So thank you for all our beta testers.
Is there a cost for the app and the service?
The app is absolutely free. You can download us, and you can even, if you want, you can fly with us to get your safety score and insights with no cost, even without buying insurance. And then, obviously, when you want to get insurance coverage, then you just pay for exactly what you need.
Is Skywatch an insurance company, or is it just facilitating the purchase of insurance?
So that's an excellent question. So Skywatch is not an insurance company, but an insurance tech broker. We partnered with Star Companies, one of the largest aviation insurers in the world, and they're putting trust in our safety score and analysis. And together, we offer possibility for safer pilots to pay less. It was top priority for us to partner with a strong partner and a well-known aviation insurer.
Once the pilot enters the data and makes a request, how long does he or she have to wait, generally, for an approval?
It's instant. You get an instant coverage, and in addition to that, you'll be getting an email with everything you need, including the policy and certificate of insurance if you require that, and you'll get everything instantly.
Right now, what's the base cost that people can expect for insurance?
The base cost for $1 million third-party liability insurance is $10 an hour, but it quickly goes down according to two factors. One is your insurance experience. So pilots that have more than 3 insured hours with us are already eligible for discounts. And the other one is that safety score that Ori talked about, that pilots with high safety scores are getting additional discounts. Together, the insurance experience and the safety score discounts can grant pilots up to 50% discount on the base rate. So instead of paying $10 an hour, you could pay even $5 an hour.
When does the hourly time start? When the drone starts flying or when the order is confirmed?
So basically, we provide the flexibility for the operator to choose the duration he wants, so he can do it for 1 hour, 2 hours, or even 8 hours. The moment he orders, then when the clock starts ticking, you can always get more coverage if you need it. So that's not a problem. I would add, though, when it comes to the liability limit, we provide limits up to $10 million. We know that the industry sometimes require those high limits. This is available only for Part 107 certified pilots. But we also provide possibility for a lower limit, lower than 1 million, the base that Tomer talked about. That is $500,000 for people who wants to fly with peace of mind but do not require the high liability limits.
And that's still for Part 107 pilots only, right?
No, the lower limits are available for recreational and professional use.
Just I want to add something about, the triggers to use Skywatch. As we mentioned, the app is completely free. Actually, we see pilots that use our app only for, getting our risk maps, flying with us, understanding the safety score, and flying better. And we do encourage, all pilots that need insurance, and pilots that don't need insurance at all, to just download and use our app. Now, with regards to insurance, we see two typical scenarios that customers used us for so far. So one is both recreational and commercial pilots that don't have any insurance policy right now and want to be insured for a specific mission, for a specific job. This is a great, we call it certificate of professionalism. Another type of customers is customers that already have insurance, an annual insurance, but want to get a higher liability limit for a specific job. So let's say you have $1 million of coverage, and then you need for a specific customer $5 or even $10 million of liability. This is exactly the type of customers that use us.
In addition to that, sometimes a typical drone operator might have more than one drone. So for instance, let's say I have an annual insurance on my Inspire, but tomorrow I have a job that needs to be done with the Phantom, for example. No problem. You don't need to have insurance for the Phantom sitting in your garage all year. Just use Skywatch.
What differentiates Skywatch from other companies providing insurance?
Our main differentiator is that instead of paying as you fly, you can pay how you fly. So it's a platform that is deeply connected to the piloting profile of the operator, and it is much more adequate to the risk itself. And I'll just give some examples. One thing is the ability to plan a precise flight area using a customizable polygon. So you don't have to pay for coverage that you don't really need. Another thing is our safety scoring. Pilots with a good safety score are paying less for their premiums. And the third thing is the insurance experience. Pilots with demonstrable insurance experience in our app from 3 hours and more are already getting additional discounts. So we see it as a great differentiator, and it's just because of the tech behind it.
That's great. Now, did I hear you correctly that some pilots are already receiving a discount after as little as 3 hours?
Exactly. After 3 insured hours, they're already receiving a discount. Every pilot that downloads our app can press on the menu on the My Discounts option and see his current discounts and how to get, to the next level of discounts in the app.
I want to talk a little about the company and your background. But before we do, is there anything about the app that we should talk about that we didn't?
We at Skywatch basically put our users on our mind all the time, and we want to provide the best user experience possible, whether it's your workflow, getting insurance easily and to your needs, and we want all the relevant information to be available all the time. So on our app, you could see your flight history, analysis, insights, know what you did good, what you did wrong. And in addition to that, as Tomer mentioned, you can see the discounts and explanation on how to get more and more discounts, and you have everything you need on the app.
Why did you guys start this company? I mean, what was the motivation behind starting this company in this segment of the industry?
Great question. So basically, we started Skywatch around 2 years ago, and we all met, Tomer, Ronnie, and I, the co-founders of the company, we all met over a decade ago in an Air Force Academy program. So we've been knowing each other for a while now, and basically we just love everything that flies. So naturally, as many other aviators, we fell in love in this amazing thing called drones. And when you start to look at the workflow of drone operators, quickly you find out that insurance is a great pain. The industry requires it if you want to be professional and you need it, but it's not that easy to get or to understand. And you might be paying more on insurance than the drone itself. And that's absurd. So we wanted to simplify the process. We want to help drone operators to operate in a safer manner and get insurance easily.
What advice would you give to other entrepreneurs on bringing their ideas to the market?
Let me just start by saying that I believe in communities, and I believe in that startups needs to help other startups, entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. So I want to take this opportunity and tell all your listeners that they can definitely send me an email, Ori at Skywatch.AI, and I'll be happy to talk and help anyone that's in the drone business, entrepreneurs, whatever. And I think this is very, very important because down the line, we know a lot of entrepreneurs. We've met a lot of entrepreneurs. And it's so important to hear other stories, to understand from other people, learn from their experience, and just listen. In addition to that, I think that we are a VC-backed company, and our investors includes Verizon Ventures, F2 Capital, and Kadon Capital. And I think that choosing the right investors is crucial. You want investors that can help you, that understand you, and they basically really want to help.
Actually, I think that there are two important pillars that must be apparent in each and every startup. And the first and foremost have to solve a meaningful and crucial problem. Okay. And we believe that safety is a cornerstone here in the drone industry, and insurance is maybe the second largest expense today for commercial operators. And we are targeting these exact problems, and other startups should find very, crucial problems that they are solving. Secondly, the solution should be adequate for the problem. The team should come with the right abilities to solve these problems. We came from software and data analytics background, and we believe that software and data analytics could make a huge impact of how risk is calculated, and as a result of it, how the insurance premiums are calculated. So these two factors, a meaningful problem and the unique solutions, are two ingredients that should be apparent in each and every startup. On top of this, something that Ori said with regards to VCs that you are partnering with, I think it's very important for seed and A round companies to partner with, actually the partners in the VCs should be a core part of the team, should not only believe in the problem, but also believe in the team and believe in the vision that the management team wants to execute.
How would you characterize the industry today? And more importantly, where do you think it's headed?
So we believe that, with the development of AI, we will see more and more beyond visual line of sight, BVLOS operations, autonomous operations. We are now in a shift towards autonomy, and this is what we're going to see in the future. So If today we're seeing drones mainly adopted in the aerial photography, some inspection, some agriculture, we'll see more and more use cases, more and more advanced use cases, and we're all waiting to see drones delivering parcels and even taxi of the future.
Do you feel advances like flying beyond visual line of sight and advanced machine learning will affect the insurance sector of the industry, and more importantly, affect your service?
Obviously. So first of all, when we analyze flights and we analyze risk, we use AI in order to assess that risk. But more than that, I think that as the world progresses, we should expect smarter technology, better algorithms, and hopefully safer pilots and operations. Now, when we move towards autonomy, I really hope to see that the industry gets safer on the one hand, but obviously the risks are still there. So we might be shifting from human error to technical or technological errors.
Okay, is there anything in regard to the business or to the drone industry that we should mention?
Our mantra is, we've got you covered, and we plan to live by it. So Skywatch doesn't handle only the insurance part. We handle the whole process of flying safely and efficiently, from pre-flight, mid-flight, and post-flight. Pre-flight, we provide the best-in-class risk map for the operators to plan their area precisely and understand the risks in their area. Mid-flight, we have an optional flight module for the operators to fly with us and get real-time warnings during their flight, whether they're flying over roads, over people, weather changes, flying far away from the operators, and factors like that. And post-flight, we offer a safety score and the post-flight insights, whether you're flying with good or bad GPS connectivity, whether you're flying too low, too high, too far from the operator. These are things that we notify our pilots and give them advice to how to be better and better. On top of that, we also have the insurance option, but it's not necessarily something that everybody will use. We see a lot of pilots that actually use us for all of the other features.
In the event that a claim has to be filed, how does that work?
First of all, I hope no claims will arise and everybody will fly safe and be safe and nothing bad happens. But if God forbid something does happen, all the user needs to do is send us an email with the details. It's all specified in our FAQs, by the way, but it's a super simple process. Send us an email and we'll do everything we can in order to quickly resolve this issue. And both us and Star Companies, our underwriting entity, want to do everything it takes to have satisfied customers.
Well, just to be clear, the first point of contact in a claim is Skywatch, right?
Yes, absolutely. We've got you covered.
And my final question, what has this experience been like for both of you?
This is an amazing ride. This is a fantastic journey. There's a long way to go, but I think that being with the right partners, this is an absolute blast. It's just hard work, but very, very satisfying.
I think that, something that really excites me is the feedback that we get so far from the customers. We have worked on this platform for almost 2 years now, and we start to, enjoy from the fruits of this amazing venture. And the thing that, satisfies us as the founders, all of our team the most, is the great feedback that we get from the operators that used us so far.
That's it for episode 162 of the Drone Radio Show. I hope you enjoyed hearing from Tomer Kashi and Ori Blumenthal of Skywatch. I want to thank Tomer and Ori for taking the time to speak with me. If you want to learn more about Skywatch or want to connect with Tomer or Ori, check out the webpage at Skywatch.AI. If you like the Drone Radio Show, please consider supporting the podcast with a small donation. The content is always free, but for as little as $1 per month, you can help defray the costs of production. To donate, go to patreon.com/Drone Radio Show. And thanks for listening. Your support means a lot to me, and I hope you'll listen to more episodes of the Drone Radio Show podcast to hear how others are using drones for business, fun, and research. For the Drone Radio Show, I'm Randy Goers.
This has been the Drone Radio Show podcast. More information on today's show can be found on our website at www.droneradioshow.com. If you're using drone technology for business, fun, or research and would like to share your experience on the show, please visit our website and fill out a guest appearance application. And don't forget to follow us on your favorite social media channels.